Hello, everybody. This is Yoko's TV Show Reactions, and this is going to be my review for Family Guy Season 1, Episode 1. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You just started Gravity Falls. Why are you just now starting another show? To be completely honest, I was watching some, less than a minute clips from really recent episodes, like in Season 20 episodes. And I'm like, oh my god, this show. So I decided to do reaction for it. I mean, the first season only has 7 episodes, which is surprising considering Season 2's got 21. I didn't check the other seasons, but yeah, this is a long-running show. Freaking Season 20. Anyway, yeah, I've seen a few episodes. I've seen this one. I've seen Stewie's birthday. I've seen the one where Meg makes that friend in the weird cult. Those 3 of the 7 episodes for season 1. I don't remember exactly what the others are, but if I've seen them, I'll probably remember them as soon as I start watching them. Anyway, this is when, Peter ends up going to a stag party, and Lois tells him, don't be drinking, because essentially it doesn't go well, because it shows several instances of him having some kind of alcohol. Though I think the communion wine would normally be grape juice, at least that's what it was for whenever I went to church, and we had that sort of thing. It was like little things of grape juice and little bits of cracker for the body and the blood and all that. But I don't know if that was the case in this. I'm assuming it was actual wine, like a really cheap wine. But yeah, I know it's all jokes and stuff. So my logic isn't going to really fly for this, but I know Lois isn't a genius, but I know she's not stupid. Then again, you wouldn't expect your little baby to be plotting to try and kill you, and he tries several instances to try and kill her in this episode. One with a tuna fish sandwich hiding a laser gun, barely misses her. Like, if she hadn't moved, it would have gotten her right in the head. Him shooting arrows at her, I'm guessing poison arrows. She sees 3 arrows. 2 hit her chair. How does she not freak out? Even if she doesn't think that her baby is capable of murder. I'd freak out. I'd try and get the heck out of there, even if I don't think it's the baby doing it. And then finally, he tries to get his mind control device back by using a box of live grenades. Now, you guys all know that live grenades, once the pin's pulled, you have probably 10 seconds before they go boom. I don't know if 10 seconds ended up passing between when he showed them, because I don't know when he pulled the pins, to when they blow up. Which, Stewie cursing about that, dude, that was your issue. You shouldn't have used the grenade if it was gonna blow, they were gonna blow up on you. Then again, he was probably hoping against hope that she wouldn't give him his toy back, and thus the grenades would finish her off anyway. Maybe that was what he was hoping for? I think that was what he was hoping for, because when he got his toy back, he was like a little shocked, and then he just ran off before they exploded. And actually, the plot for this episode is, like I said, Peter going to the stag party and Lois not wanting him to drink, but he drinks anyway, being drunk and now having a hangover, for some reason laying on the table instead of laying on the couch. But, it's a joke. To show Peter's not very smart, I guess. And he heads to work at the Happy-Go-Lucky Toy Factory. Well, that takes me back, because I remember seeing those episodes, and then him losing his job there. Well, technically he does lose his job there, but I'm talking about later. And sorry. We see his boss, who is, as far as I know, openly, flamboyantly gay, because he even calls Peter eye candy. And no, if you were interested in women, you wouldn't be calling the men eye candy. And, I mean, eye candy for who? Because as far as I know, he's the only openly gay guy there. So I guess they're the eye candy for him. And for some reason, there's only one person on quality control to make sure that nothing bad gets through the toy line that all the toys are supposed to be sent out. And that's Peter. And he's been sleeping. The smart thing to do would be to get a second person on quality control. That way, if Peter falls asleep again, someone else is keeping an eye on things. But nope, obviously that does not happen because this kind of logic is not in this show at the moment. And again, it's a cartoon, so, well, logic and physics are going to go right out the window. Many things end up going past Peter at this point when he falls asleep again, including a knife, a toaster with the wet bucket of water spilt on it, a extension cord, I think, a porcupine, pills. It wouldn't surprise me if there was a gun in there, to be completely honest. And then it shows different toys having the wrong items in them. For example, someone trying to throw a silly ball ends up throwing either a tomahawk or an axe. Like, how do you mistake the two? And one kid opening a box that is supposed to have a toy in it, and out pops pills. Now, this last one, I don't get how would that even happen? That's not the quality control happening. That's something with the development of the toy, because apparently it's like a baby chokes a lot or something, and you're trying to perform the Heimlich on it. It's supposed to spit out something. No, it spits out fire. That's not quality control. That's something to do with the product, not quality control. That's not Peter's fault. The other two, yes. Dang it. I got socks on and my feet are still cold. Anyway, his boss fires him for this. And instead of being the responsible person and telling his wife, hey, I got fired, and then they go looking for another job, maybe his wife picking up a job while he does so that their family doesn't starve. No, he continues to lie and essentially claim that he's still working while trying to go find a job. Obviously, I knew this was going to piss off Lois because, I mean, nobody likes being lied to, and you don't want your spouse to lie to you. And, obviously Stewie's still trying to get his stuff back. And, hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my stupid sock. Peter tries to tell Lois what was going on, but he chickens out and continues to lie and say, everything's fine. Brian hears this and has a rolled up newspaper in his hand, and he goes, no. Like he's just sizing a dog with a rolled up newspaper. Which is ironic considering he's a dog. And Peter gets the idea from Brian to apply for welfare. Now, normally this would be actually a smart thing to do, to be completely honest, because he's got 3 kids, he's married, he's unemployed, he's actually mentally retarded, but that isn't revealed to till a future episode. But that would actually be your smart thing to do. File for unemployment or go on welfare or apply for like food stamps, disability, whatever, until you can get yourself a job. And he does, and $150 a week would be fine. But it's not $150 a week. It's $150,000 a week. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. How does that happen? And Peter made a comment that someone must have been drunk up there. And I'm like, yeah, he probably was. The person who wrote the check was probably drunk. Or high. Or stupid. Or both. Or all the above, I mean. And instead of telling the welfare company about it, saying, hey, you guys sent me way too much, he takes advantage of this and uses that money every time he gets a check. So essentially he's committing welfare fraud. He gets busted for this by Lois because she got the check in the mail and realized what was going on. And he tries to make it right by giving the money back by essentially tossing it out of a blimp at the Super Bowl, causing total chaos because, I mean, if you see money falling from the sky, you're going to try and rush out and grab some of it, right? This causes, obviously, people to get hurt, people fighting each other, and they shoot the blimp down. And thus Brian and Peter end up in jail for a brief period. And yeah, Lois finds out where he is, what's going on, and she's still ticked off at a minute. And they end up sentencing him to 2 years in prison. Lois tries to get the guy to change his mind, but he sends her there too. And Stewie realizes that even though he can't stand Lois, and wants her dead, that he relies on those two for food. Because if they're in jail, who's going to provide for food? So he tries to use his mind control device on the judge. Does it work? I have no idea. Anyway, it all works out, and we're going to see how things go next episode. I will see you all next time.